This video, I'll be talking about Meghan Markle sleeping with millionaires and politicians in California. Yes, this is something very, very interesting, and it is being rumored, if not already true. I personally believe it is true that Meghan Markle, yes, indeed, sleeping with these people. And then we'll talk about Jeremy Clarkson, how he is becoming more popular after the column about Meghan Markle. Then we'll be talking about something very, very interesting at the very, very end. You do not want to miss out. But before I move on, just to remind you, most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you are one of them, consider to subscribe and hit the bell. Meghan Markle, as I said, is sleeping with politicians. She is seeing them on a regular basis. She's trying to get some influence, trying to create her own narrative in the media, and perhaps she is also asking for some protection in terms of information, how she is being portrayed into the media.
There are whispers on the street here in Los Angeles that there is unhappiness. Also, Meghan has allegedly been seen over the last few weeks without Harry, meeting with prominent politicians and meeting with very financially stable individuals. Now, whether this is trying to get them to donate to Archwell, which a lot of journalists have questions about lately, or Meghan's political aspirations, we don't know what the topics of conversation were. But there is conversations about Meghan meeting with people around town privately without Harry to continue her pursuits, because at this point in time, he has kind of embarrassed the family.
As I have reported before, that she was lobbying the Congress for the paternity leave benefit. Then there was another report where it said that the US president now is asking Congress to pass a bill to tighten the screw on the social media platforms. The reason for that is because they believe that people can be misinformed, people can be misrepresented, i.e. in this case, Meghan and Harry, the like of them. And so they are asking the Congress to pass a new bill. And I reported on this before, so that people like me and you cannot express our opinion, honest opinion about Meghan and Harry. The First Amendment right, freedom of speech, looks like is in jeopardy in the States. I don't know, maybe. This is why she is sleeping with the politicians. Now, the interesting thing is that both the politicians, the millionaires that she is sleeping with or she is seeing these days, we do not see Harry at all by her side. They are not together. Meghan is doing it all by her own. We know that Gordon Getty, she's also meeting people like him in order to raise fund, quote unquote, for her charity, quote unquote, which she could use to spend for her lawsuit. People like Samantha Markle who are suing her, Meghan could use those money. So this is why she is sleeping with the millionaires, and this is now becoming more of a fact than a rumor. And obviously the situation with Gordon Getty, we know that Gordon Getty, his family, they're not happy with Meghan Markle because she is seeing the old man. As I've mentioned before, this is why we always say that Meghan Markle, for her to sleep with Jeffrey Epstein is not really shocking. She wants people in power and position. Sleeping with Jeffrey Epstein, sleeping with and Prince Andrew, for her is something that she has been doing for a very long time. How we know that? Just look at what she is doing right now in US, in California. She is meeting the millionaires, the politicians.
But could the cracks be starting to show? There are explosive reports of friction between the couple in the wake of growing media scrutiny.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit. Will you two just shut up and go away?
The roasting follows negative headlines over Harry's memoir, and that's not all that's said to be causing them stress. The Duchess is also preparing for a legal showdown with her half-sister Samantha, who's suing for defamation following the couple's Oprah interview.
I grew up as an only child, which everyone who grew up around me knows, and I wished I had siblings. I would have loved to have had siblings. That's why I'm so excited to be pregnant, so that Archie has someone.
It's all reportedly taking a toll on the usually loved-up couple. One source has suggested that Meghan's embarrassed over the fallout surrounding her husband's book and has been seeking support from mentors.
As we are seeing less and less of Harry with Meghan Markle, obvious question is that where is Harry? Is the relationship working fine? The answer to that question is no. He is not with her and they are not interested in each other. Regardless of what theory, regardless of what you say, I would always maintain Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, even though they're sleeping under the same roof, but they are not sharing the same bed. I said this before, I'm going to continue on saying this exact same thing. The memes about Meghan and Harry are becoming very, very popular. You can see them all over the social media. Take a look at this one.
We want privacy! 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 We want...
Now, Jeremy Clarkson is becoming more and more popular after he wrote that column against Meghan Markle. If you remember, we know Meghan Markle, her team demanded an apology from him, and he apologized in public. But lo and behold, we are now seeing that Jeremy Clarkson, his popularity has skyrocketed after that column, and his videos on Amazon Prime is becoming more and more famous.
Now, Jeremy Clarkson, here's one recently that fell on this whole cancel culture. ITV are keeping him. He's kept his column in the newspaper and Diddley Squat Farm. I think that is going from strength to strength. I reckon there's a few more seasons in that. Whether Amazon keep it or choose to air it, it's neither here nor there. People will follow the show, not who is streaming it. And that's what a lot of these arrogant TV networks seem to forget. So I'd imagine if Jeremy Clarkson does jump along somewhere else, everyone's going to be following Diddley Squat Farm.
We also know that Piers Morgan, Meghan was asking him to apologize to her after what he said in Good Morning Britain, I think the TV show he was doing. Obviously, Piers Morgan, he did not apologize to Meghan Markle, and he said, I would rather quit than to apologize to her. And we are seeing now that Piers Morgan, his show is a big hit. Millions of people are tuning in to what he has to say about Meghan and Harry. And on the other hand, you have Meghan and Harry, nobody is tuning into them. Just a piece of advice, if you're a business entity, hire someone and you all of a sudden realize that this person spoke against Meghan Markle. Do not fire him or her. The simple reason is because it's not really worth it. I mean, the way Jeremy Clarkson was treated, the way Piers Morgan, they were treated was really not fair. They spoke against Meghan Markle. Look at their popularity is skyrocketing. So if you see or hire someone who is anti-Meghan and Harry, don't freak out. Instead, value them for who they are. Now comes the most important piece of this video, which is that there is a talk going on that Meghan Markle is perhaps trying to get back with Thomas Markle Sr., her father. The reason for that? Well, yeah, obvious reason, which is that she is now having a complete PR disaster. We know that she is also trying to open an account on Instagram. Actually, she already has one. She is trying to get back to it. And then she is also being exposed by Samantha Markle. So that's a bad PR from her half-sister. Amid all of this chaotic situation, Meghan Markle is now thinking of how can she go back to the loving fold with her father.
As you know, she also cut off her father, Thomas Markle. We're not quite sure why, but we believe, or we've been told at least, that this is to do with the fact that, you know, he misguidedly got involved with the paparazzi at the very start of that royal debacle. And right now, the one thing that Meghan in particular needs is some positive PR. And the simple factor is, you know, a father-daughter reunion may, and I use this term loosely, may just connect the R factor once again.
This was one of my main reasons why I oppose Meghan. Meghan Markle, please, this is fundamental of being a human being, that you love your father, or you at least have a relationship with your father. I'm not saying if the parents, they are detrimental to you, they are harmful to your life, you should keep them. I'm not saying that. There are people who are abusive. Their parents are very, very abusive. I'm not talking about those parents. Thomas Markle Sr., he spent a lot of money. He loved Meghan Markle the way he could. I mean, what else do you expect? And then all of a sudden, you see this daughter is ditching her father. I mean, this is something very, very fundamental as a human being. But of course, unless you are a narcissist, you would not feel that way, would you? She has time to meet politicians. She has time to meet the millionaires. She has time to meet everybody. Len, go to this party, that party. She doesn't have any time for Thomas Markle Sr. How pathetic that is. This also shows that Doria's charm is fading away. Meghan thought she could use Doria's race card, and that way she could win a lot of people's heart and mind, pull at the heartstring, what they call it. But that did not happen, obviously. Now, Doria is not seen anywhere. And in fact, I don't know if Meghan is keeping any relationship with Doria at all. Because remember, Meghan, she doesn't need somebody anymore. Regardless whether that is her parent or sibling, whoever it is, she's gonna cut ties with them. One thing that we should always understand, Harry did not like Thomas Markle Sr. at all. He was very much against him. So now she needs popularity. She needs PR. So this is why she is getting back with her father, or at least this is what the rumor is. I'm sure she is trying to get back with her father in order to fix her image, which has been hugely dented because of the recent developments. The memoir, the docuseries, everything is backfiring. The South Park skit, everything. For Meghan Markle, if she does go back to her father, it will be only for one purpose, and that is money. She might even offer Thomas Markle Sr. some money in order for him to lie about the whole situation and say, oh, people, I'm sorry, my daughter is not that bad. Please don't get it wrong. She's a nice daughter. I love her so much now. Oh my god, my little baby. Guys, things are getting much worse for Meghan and Harry. Everything they're trying is backfiring. Getting back with Thomas Markle, whatever they're going to do in the future, in the coming days, is only going to backfire. If you're new here, consider to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.